కదా బోర్డు. Good morning, students. Today's topic is looping in shell program. Looping in shell programs. So we know that. So what is looping? Basically, before going into this topic, looping in shell programs, we need to understand the basic definition of looping. So what is looping? So looping, where we use it. So we will discuss first these two things. So looping, the definition of looping is nothing but the iteration. That means in any programming language, it consists of a set of statements, and every statement is end with a semicolon. Okay, that is about the normal conventional programming languages. Whereas in case of looping, what happens is the same set of statements were executed more than once. That means repetition is allowed here. So what is iteration? Iteration means the repetition is allowed here. So and the more than one statement is executed repeatedly for a particular set of sequence. Okay, and application of looping is, for example, I want to get the data of the students in a class, and I want to display the data again. I want to display the data. So how can I do that? First, I will read the data from the terminal, and again I will output the data to the terminal. Okay. So why looping is required here? Because there is certain commonality here. So but that means more than one student is having the same set of features. So like for example, name. Every student has a name, and also every student has a roll number. Every student has a section associated with it, and every student is also associated with a department. Okay, so like this, the same data is the attributes are same, but the data are different. That means same set of data, so the same set of attributes, but different set of data. So hence we are going for looping. This is the application we use looping. Clear? So today we will discuss in Unix. There are three loops here. First one is for loop, second one is while loop, and third one is until. So these are the three functionalities available, looping structures available in the Unix. Okay, so first one is for. So what is for syntax? So we will discuss first the for syntax. The syntax is for where in list of words do commands done. These are syntax for in Unix. The syntax is for where in list of words do commands done. So that means for is the keyword, and where is the variable which we use, the control variable, and the in is the keyword. Again, list of words is the words which we are going to search, and do is the entrance of the loop. Commands is the any of the Unix commands we use for, and done is the end of the loop. So this is the overall syntax of the for in Unix. Okay. So first we will see one example in for loop. Example is I want to display the numbers 1 to 5. So how can I do that? For I in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 do. What is the command you use to display echo? I want to display the values. So I is a variable. What is the value of the variable? $I. So for I in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 do echo $I done. So what is the associate output with it? We get the output as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is the output. For I in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 do echo $I done. Output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is this meaning? The meaning is I is a control variable, for is a keyword, in is a keyword, I is a control variable, for is a keyword, in is a keyword, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are elements present. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the range of elements. And do end of loop, beginning of the loop. Echo is the command used to display the numbers. $I, that means value of the variable. Done, end of the loop. So if you execute this, you will finally get the output as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a simple example of displaying the values 1 to 5 in Unix using for loop. Next is another example. So we will see the same example with some construct. We already seen in the unit 3 about shell meta characters. So one of the concept is how to display the range of values with shortcuts. So for I in brackets 1-5. So these are shortcut for range of number, to represent the range of numbers from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can be simply represented like this. Square brackets 1-5. The same example can be done like this also. Do echo $I, done. So output is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is output. Clear? So I think everyone got the basic concept of the for loop. Okay. So how we execute the for loop? I mean, what is the process? So execution of a for loop is first control goes to the first line and it will read the range of values, and then control goes to the beginning of the for loop. Then echo $I statement is executed for each I. For example, first the value of the I value is 1. So echo $I, that means 1 gets displayed. Then the value of I is 2. Then echo $I, that means 2 gets displayed. Then then I value is 3. Echo $I, 3 value gets printed. And echo 4. So 4 value is stored in I, and echo $I means 4 gets printed. Next I value is 5, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets displayed. So this is about the looping in for. So next we will see another example in for loop, that is sum of the numbers. How can you calculate the sum of the numbers? First 5 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 using for loop. Example is sum of numbers. Another example is sum of numbers. Okay, so I want to calculate sum of numbers. What is the logic? Logic is like this. So we start with 1, sum value is 0, start with 1, and range of values is 1 to 5. So start with 1. So it is sum equal to 0 plus 1, that is 1. Again sum equal to, so 1 to 5. 1 is over. Next term is 2. So 1 plus 2, 3. So 2 is over. Next term is 3. Sum is 6. Next term is 4. Next term is 5. So it is 15. So this is the logic we have to follow for developing the sum of the numbers program. So now the program is like this. Program sum equal to 0. This is what we pretended. Sum equal to 0, and then for I in 1 to 5 do. So see, one way of doing it using expr command. So do sum equal to backtick expr $sum plus $I backtick close and done. Now immediately after this you can give echo $sum. So here this is the main logic. Sum plus I is happening here. So this entire sequence of iterations happening one by one. So for iteration I equal to 1. Sum is 0. So sum equal to 0 plus 1. So that means sum equal to expr sum plus $. So expr sum plus, so sum is initially 0. So 0 plus I begins with 1. So 0 plus 1. So 1 gets stored in the first iteration. In the second iteration I will become 2. and expr sum equal to expr sum plus 2. So sum is 1 now. So 1 plus next iteration is 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So some value is 3 now. Next iteration I equal to 3. So 3 sum equal to sum plus I. So 3 plus 3. So 6. So some value is 6. So some value is 6 here. And after next turn is I equal to 4. So sum equal to expr sum plus dot I. So that means 6 plus 4. Now sum value is 10. Then next turn is I equal to 5. So sum equal to expr sum plus I. So 10 plus 5. That means totally, finally you will get the result as 15 here. Echo dollar sum is 15. This is first way of doing. First way of doing using expr as the keyword. expr as the keyword. So another way of doing is using bc command that we already that we know that, and again we use that bc command now in order to display the, in order to print the sum value of the first 5 integers. Okay. So now this is second method is how to compute sum of the numbers is we can use it using bc command. So for example, sum equal to 0 for I in range 1 to 5, do sum equal to backtick echo dollar sum plus dollar I pipe bc backtick close, and then done. And if you give echo dollar sum, it will be value as 15. So this is another way of doing this. This is dollar prompt and this is dollar prompt. So here you start the program here and is greater than that is greater than the secondary prompt. Dot is nothing but the primary prompt. So sum equal to 0 for I in 1 to 5. That means I is a variable, control variable. 1 to 5 is a list of numbers which you want to do the sum. And here echo sum plus, so the logic is same. So here instead of using expr command, what we are using is bc command. So we are just, what we are doing is sum plus sum plus dot I. That means sum of the we are doing the sum of the two numbers. So sum plus I. So I is the value and sum is the previous sum. We are storing the sum and we are summing it with the present number. So whatever the value we will get at the iteration. So that is what we are doing here. Okay. So we are, instead of using expr, what we are doing is we are using bc command here. So bc command nothing but a basic calculation. For example, if you want to perform simple arithmetic operations like plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulo, okay, scaling and base conversion. So many functions we can do it. So what we are doing here is simple addition operation we are doing here. Using bc command, what we are doing is simple addition, because the sum of the numbers requires the addition plus symbol. So that means so plus operator is required here. So we are doing that addition using the bc command. Okay. So this is one way of doing. So how to, the tracing of the program is like this. So initially sum equal to 0 and we are taking the control variable I. So and the range of numbers are 1 to 5. So if you give anything within square brackets 1-5, that means beginning is 5 and ending is, beginning is 1 and ending is 5, and the range of numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so do is the beginning of the loop and done is the end of the loop, and the main statement is sum equal to backtick. So we need to enclose in backtick, because the syntax of for is between do and done, command should be given by us. So that's why sum equal to, so command is echo command here. So echo and bc command. So echo dollar sum plus dollar I pipe bc. So that means we are giving this sum plus dollar I to bc. So it will perform the actual addition. Okay, we are just giving the data to the bc command. So bc command will in turn do the actual summation. So this is about the second way of doing the addition of numbers, first 5 numbers. So output is 15. Okay, each time when I is 1, so somewhere initially 0 and I is 1, so the value 0 plus 1 is stored into the sum. Then when I is 2, so 1 plus 2, so 3, so 1 plus 2, so sum is 3, so sum value 3 is stored into the sum. And again when I is 3, and again I is 3, so 3 plus sum is, previous sum is 3 and now the value is 3, so the result is 6, so 6 is stored into the sum. And then value is 4 and sum is partial sum is 6, so 6 plus 4 10, and final sum is, so finally when the value is I value is 5, So partial sum is 10. So 10 plus 5 is 15 is the final sum. So that means echo dollar sum will display the value as 15. Echo dollar sum will display the value as the 15. So this is the second way of doing the sum of the numbers using BC command. So there is a third method also there. So that is without using any of these commands. So simply we will use the plus operator. So how can we do that? That we'll see in the next program. Of the commands, how can we do the sum? So this is the third method of doing the sum of the numbers. So sum initially is 0. Now at the dollar prompt for I in square brackets 1 to 5 do now statement is same. So sum equal to dollar double brackets, statement is same here also. Dollar sum plus dollar I. Same statement, but we enclose it in double brackets. So that's the difference. Echo dollar sum. So this is the statement is same. So dollar sum plus dollar. Here they are not using any backticks or any commands because here doesn't require. So simply we put the double brackets, the sum plus I within the double brackets and place the dollar before it. That means the value is stored. Each time the partial sum is stored into the variable called sum, and we will compute the final sum. So initially sum is 0. After that, for I in 1 to 5, that means range of values are 1 to 5. So beginning value of I is 1 and end value is 5. So now do sum equal to dollar of the double brackets dollar sum plus dollar I. That means initially value of I is 1 and sum is 0. So 0 plus 1 is stored into the, that is 0 plus 1 is 1. That is 1 is partial sum, that is stored into the sum. Again 1 plus 2. 2 is the next iteration of, in the next iteration the value of I is 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So some value partial sum now is 3. Again 3 plus 3, that means sum partial sum is 3 and I value is 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6. So 6 value is stored in the sum variable. So after that I value is 4 in the next iteration, that is 4th iteration. I value is 4. Then now the partial sum is 6. So 6 plus 4 is 10. So 10 gets stored into the sum. After the final value of I is 5 because we are given only 1 to 5. So 5 is the final value in the range. So that means the last value of the iteration of the I is 5. So 10 plus 5 is 15 gets stored into the sum variable. And if you print the value echo dollar sum, the value gets 15 gets displayed as the output. So this is about the for loop in shell programs. Okay. So basically, what is the loop? So loop is used to perform the same statement on different set of data. Okay. So here we have taken one example of some of the first 5 numbers. So first 1, 2, 3, 4 different data and statement is same, sum plus I. So this is where we will use loop. So if you want to continuously use, so this is a simple example. So 1 to 5. So normally in real time we use for a range of values 1 to 100, 1 to 1000. Okay, so we will use depending upon the value, depending upon the number of iterations required. Okay, so that means repeat the same statement n number of times. That is nothing but the looping. Repeat the same statement n number of times is nothing but the looping. Thank you.